Wes Filson has inspired young leaders for more than a decade, creating a ripple effect that can be felt in communities across Saskatchewan.
I got involved in the cooperatives at a very young age. I grew up in a town called Woodrow, and we had our co-op there. I also went to school in the Flesh, where we had our credit union. So fundamentally, I understood what the co-ops meant to those communities. But also, I really got engaged when my parents, and I don't say this lightly, they forced me to go to co-op camp when I was 14. And I did not want to go. I was very sure that this is something that was not going to be a good idea, but ultimately my parents, they looked at me and they looked at my interests, which was, piano and music, and they saw that I really didn't have a lot of peers with a lot of the same interests. And so they said, all right, I got to get this kid some friends. And it immediately paid off at the very first bus stop. And the counselors, they made it so engaging.
Wes spent most of the next 14 years as a co-op camp coordinator or staff person, in charge of leading teams, taking responsibility for the participants, and overseeing the delivery of camp programs and sessions. While his camp involvement has provided countless great memories, we asked Wes to share a favorite memory of his time staffing camps.
It would probably be a concept called strength bombardments in grad camps. You get to sit in a circle with this group, and you pick one person, and you start giving them compliments based on their personality, based on who they are, and it's coming from the most earnest place. And so you're in the circle, you give this compliment, and then the person to their left gives them another compliment, and they keep going down the circle, and eventually this person has to sit there and take it. And it's such a beautiful ending to the camp, and it's such a beautiful way to really kind of crystallize your entire time there and validate who you are as a person.
Wes's sense of humor and his willingness to do whatever it took to make the session better are well known, and he is viewed as a natural and extraordinary role model for everyone, youth and adults alike.
The things that I've gained as a co-op camp staffer and the life lessons that I've learned, I would say are really on the professional side. Because when I first started this, this was something that it taught me how to be organized. It taught me how to make sure that I could provide information and public speaking and really disseminate information that's easy for people to digest and group conversations. And also, I got to work with some of the best people in my life as a result of working at co-op camp and some of the amazing volunteers that came there. So when I was asked to coordinate, I had to learn how to delegate, and I had to learn how to be able to pass on responsibilities as well. So incredible life lessons that I've learned on a professional standpoint from co-op camp.
Through his employer, Jump.ca, he's volunteered with numerous activities, such as the Regina Food Bank, the Open Door Society, and helping ensure a new school was built in Mexico.
Honestly, I'd say the biggest piece for me is the shared values that I have with the cooperatives of self-help, self-responsibility, democracy, solidarity, equality, and equity. These are the pieces of my life and the lens in which I view my life, and to be able to impart that lesson onto these kids and even to staffers who volunteer to continue to reinforce that lesson over and over, it's such a wonderful gift.
Using his own personal experiences and talents, Wes continues to lead by example. He shows youth and adults alike the power and freedom that comes with just being yourself.
To hear that I've been nominated, it's this incredible honor because I think back on my camps and I think I executed them well, but I always feel like I got more than what I gave. And it makes me reflect on the time that I spent there, and it really validates the years that I spent with this camp, and it's just so incredibly special to me. And so I'm very grateful for everyone involved for it and who participated in these camps with me, all the kids and all the staffers. I would like to thank my mom and dad for forcing me to go to camp, and let this be a lesson for any parent who sees their kids looking at them and just like, I got to get these kids some friends. Send them to camp, and you never know, you might instill the core values that will dictate the rest of their lives. I want to thank Francisco Moran. He's been a tremendous friend that has influenced me immensely over certainly the last 10 years of this program, and it really teaches me what we can contribute to these camps and what it means to be a counselor. Shailene McFarland for just being such a great friend in these camps and always being a confidant for me and always teaching me again how to be my best version of myself. I also want to thank Jump.ca for providing a tremendous amount of flexibility and also sharing the core values of the cooperatives, of contributing back to the community, and just being the most wonderful support for me to be able to go back and help out with these camps as well. It's incredible.
Congratulations to Wes Filson, a very deserving recipient of the 2020 Co-operative Young Leader Award.